So the last class, we discussed the sports, the spark, and the common core. And we have also demonstrated how to move from one to the other and backwards. Alright, so we are moving on to get to.
Sorry, you might need to put the mic near your mouth.
Alright, great. So we are moving on to interest rate, risk, and return. And we discussed earlier there are practically three ways in which the fixed income instruments generate return for investors. We have through our coupon payment and principal payment. Then also, because, take for example, if I have a 2-year instrument that will pay 1 of 10% and pay the face value. Yeah. So imagine I earn $10 in year 1, and I will earn year 2, I will earn 110, which is $10 per coupon and $100 face value. The thinking for the return here in item 2 is that the $10 that I earn on this day won't just be kept idle. I will reinvest it for 1 year, so that if I reinvest it at, and that's saying 10%, this $10 will become $11 on this day. I will collect this $10 and that $100, full $121. So that instead of earning $120, I earn extra $1. And this $1 is from the reinvestment of this coupon as the prevailing white thing. And that way I will generate return as a fixed income investor is capital gain or loss if one is sold prior to maturity. Let's take for example this case whereby I have a 2-year instrument, tenor is 2 years, coupon is 10%, PV is 100, FV is 100. Who can tell me what will be the yield if you are facing? What will the yield of this instrument? Yeah.
Just 100. Let them buy 100.
I don't know what next. Okay, so what we say the white here is this will be calculation. This is our photo of first class like this thing. If I issue a bond at par, we issue a bond at par, can issue at discount or can issue at premium. In this case that I issue a bond at par, what is important? Oh, okay, let us even go there. Can you put the calculator and calculate the yield? Use the calculator. Yes, now. By this time, you should be able to do your calculation, bond calculation very fast. Though. Folks online, what's the answer? That should not be our comment at this time. We should have moved past that. Like, Who can compute the YTM? Online folks. Can you hear me now? What's the answer?
0.1. 0.1.
That's how do you press the calculator? What are the inputs? Let me see.
I just use this formula that I got. Discount rate. Formula for you.
We should not be struggling with calculating bond pricing at this point. So on your calculator, this middle portion here, NY, IY, PV, PMT, FV. What I told you to calculate is this IY. Right, that is the white here. So all you need to do, this your tenor is N. So I'll press 2, I'll press N. This 2 years is your tenor. You press 2, you press N. I over Y, you will skip that since that's what you have to calculate. You put it in dollar term. What's 10% of $100? 10. So you put 10. Present value is how much you are paying for the bond, and that is 100. Okay. So what we're trying to do, and we are going to get to discussing about credit risk, but we want to make a very good assumption, just to refine things for us, that there are no credit risk.
What was trying to explain anything about it?
Aha. Okay, let us. So this is saying that if we hold the bond to maturity, we are going to earn 10%. But there are instances where you can sell a bond prior to maturity. And when you sell a bond prior to maturity, you have three things. You can sell and your YTM remains the same, your yield return, so that your capital gain or loss is 0. You can sell at a capital gain or positive capital gain or negative. So let us demonstrate that. Imagine that somebody is trying to sell the bond at this point. 1 year. At the end of year 1. Okay. So we are going to have one task. That is, use a calculator to calculate PV at this point. We're going to make some assumptions. The FV is still 100. From selling at the end of year 1, the tenor remaining is just 1. So your N is 1. Coupon is still 10%, which is $10. Okay, so let's run the simulation that I want to sell this bond at the end of year 1 cheap. I want to sell this bond at the end of year 1 when the yield in the market is now 12. Tell me what the price will be. If the yield goes down, so yield has increased by 200 basis points, it went to 12. If the yield went down to 80%, what will be the price? And if the yield stayed the same as 10, what will be the price? So you are getting 3 prices. Can we complete that now? Okay. So we have one. Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear us? Okay. We ran a simulation that if my yield, if I intend to sell a bond prior to the maturity, right? In two-year bond, I want to sell it at the year 1. 3 things can happen. I either sell at a loss, or sell at a gain, or sell at par. That means no gain, no loss. So when the yield goes up to 12%, and I'm trying to sell a bond in this market, I'll be selling at 98.2. I'll be taking a loss of 1.8. However, if the yield had went down to 8%, I'll be selling at a gain of this same 1.8. Or if the yield remains the same, no loss, no gain, I will sell at my face value. And that's what we're trying to establish here, right?
So does that mean we would have earned the $10 payment at the end of the day?
Yeah, the first one of $10 will have earned it here. These other ones that are discounting here is the $10 that will come in, and the $100 that will come.
So that means technically we are not using. It's nice to check that 10 minus 1.8.
So that what we're trying to say, if the market should go up, the bond price goes down. Remember, this is our curve, whereby the price of the bond is inversely proportional to the YTM. And that's what this level 3 is trying to say, that the capital gain or loss if you sell the bond prior to maturity, depending on where the yield, the prevailing yield is at the time of sale. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, interest rates earned on reversion coupon is the same as the prevailing yield with maturity. And that's an assumption of this YTM. When we say YTM of 10%, we are assuming also is that any cash flow on the bond prior to the maturity will, 1, be reinvested. 2, will be reinvested at the YTM. So that if the YTM when I was going to the bond is 10%, and I earned the cash flow of $10 prior to during the life of the bond, I will invest that $10, and I must see a market where I can invest that $10 at the same 10%. If not, the total yield or return I will earn as an investor will be different from this white here. I will understand.
And the YTM change, if at the beginning, if as when I go to the bond, right, the YTM is 10%. In the life of the bond, right, and the YTM change.
Yes, definitely. Let's say, for example, you're in the Nigerian market and you bought in 2020, you bought a 10-year bond that based upon half yearly. Now you're in 2024, right, and you're collecting maybe a coupon of 10 million. That's a coupon every year. But the coupon goes to your account for you to invest it. If the rate was low, was 4%, that's what we can take. Ask people around to say, I have 10 million to invest.
That's the YTM.
That's a huge market. Huge. But now, from 2024, you have money now, not invest it. You can squeeze your bank and the bank will give you as much as 19%. That's happened is that your investment of those bonds will be happening at a very significantly higher yield. Like so, the yield market cap. The yield that was working before now. And when you remember when we draw our yield curve, so that my yield curve is something like this. 2020. But now in 2024, yield curve is very higher. So if you want to draw this and be realistic, the yield curve now is something like this, almost flat. Plus your tilt is doing 27%, right? 1 year, and your bond is a bit lower. The last 10-year bond was around 19%, right? This is the yield curve, right? And you can see the increase in the level of the yield curve. So what this is saying that if you have a series of cash flows that you get every season, before if the investment can get 4%, you're targeting 9% now. Your investment rate is significantly higher. That kind of scenario. Okay.
Without the one price.
Yes. You are getting the most price. In this kind of market, God help you want to sell your bond at this market. You will sell at a significant discount. One of the bond is 10%, or even if it's 14% back then, right? So you can claim your capital also. Face value for 100, bond is 14%, right? Yield in market right now is 19%. Tenor of the bond is running 6 years. Oh, the practical value. Yes, go to the power. You see that?
Okay, that makes sense. So, sorry. If after, you bought the bond in 2020, right? The time you are now planning to sell it, maybe it's after 2 years. That's maturity is 4 years, right?
In 4 years. You bought a 10-year bond in 2020.
You bought what? A 10-year bond. Yes. Okay, that's why you're in 6 years.
Because you have 6 more years. So what's the answer? What will you give me? Who wants this folks? I'm saying. This is one. From the wrong area, 40.
So I think it's
yeah. So I said that about that people almost $15 per. So negative, right? Negative. Yeah, they didn't mean that you have it's a price that you pay who's passionate. Okay, so let us look at this scenario. An investor who holds a fixed rate bond to maturity will then analyze the rate of return equal to the white seal when purchased if the white seal on the bond does not change over the life. So I want us to make this as practical as possible. So we know that these are income and fast as much as you can.
So I'm asking one question. I just want to emphasize.
Yeah, so
Irrespective of the price change in the company, right? The coupon payments will be constant, not change. Price change, yeah.
yes. The coupon is fixed.
The coupon will fix. So if the coupon says we're paying you $10 as an inception of the
Yes.
bond maturity date $10.
That's why it is a fixed rate bond. Talk about fixed rate bond. It will bring fixed rate tax.
So even though you sell it in the secondary market, whoever is buying it will see selling it $10.
Okay. So want to analyze this scenario, what is said here. To cover of it that we have a 3-year loan. Frequency of payment is annually. Phase was annually. The coupon rate when we established the bond was less than 6%. The yield in the market quite here then also was let's say 5%, and the face value of the bond is 100. Right. So let's compute quickly what the price will be. So this is the cash flow, 6%, $6, $6, and $100. So who can give us what the price is expected? 102. 102.7. That's the price of paying to have access to this cash flow. Now, this statement says that if the white year we give the market stays the same as 5%, the return, analyzed return to the investor will be the same as the initial white year. So, what I'm going to do is when you see this $6, let it be a 1. Place it like in the fixed, invest it at 5%. Mind you, we are going to this year 3. Invest at 5% for 2 years. This $6 total. Invest at 5% for 1 year. And we have all of this. So let us do this. If I take my $5 or $6, so take your $6 that we had at the end of year 1, invest it at 5% for 2 years. The second $6, invest it at 1% at 5% for 1 year, and you earn the final 106. So, what's the answer for this? 6 times 1.9 for us. Six for 615. The second one. 6.3. They have 106. Let us say what is the total amount of money available to investor. So add all of this. 118. Very good. 118.192 at the end of year 3. Remember, this man paid 102.72 at the beginning of year 0. Right. So, if you want to do an analyze return, the formula is future value over present value raised to power 1/n. Right? So let's do this. 118.9 over 102.72 raised to power 1/3. What the analyzed rate return. So to get 1.05000, right? Yeah, so do minus 1 so that I get 5%. Right? So we have established this, that if the yield in the market stays the same, and look at the market is that if I have a flat yield curve, throughout the tenure of my bond, the yield curve stays at 5%. I will earn the YTL that I was told when I was entering the bond. Let us do the second one. Establish this scenario. If you sell your bond, right? You sell your bond prior to maturity, right? But also, if the YTL did not change, you are going to earn the same white, expect return on your transaction. But remember the YTL that was agreed when you entered the bond. So let us claim this. I need us to all be here. Imagine that this person said the bond at the end of year 2. Or let's say the bond at the end of year 1. Let's say the bond at the end of year 1. So that maybe I better like bond in year 1. And then I want to sell the bond. One of the bonds is right. The tenure is how much? How many tenure? 2 years. Fair value what? 100. YTL what? We say it's the same. Same item is the same. Fine. So compute EV. What's the answer? Thank you. 101.8. Let us now look at what the cash of this man is. He sold the bond at 101.86. At the end of day 1, he has received $6 coupon, right? So total money received was what? 107.86. I paid 102.7. I paid this and I received this at the end of year 1. Who can give me the analyzed rate of return? What would be analyzed rate of return for this place? Someone paid $102. And after 1 year, that capital is 107.86. Remember, formula for analyzed rate of return is MV over P 1 over N and it's 1. This is formula to tell us to analyze the return.
That's 0.05.
Again, 5%. Right? So we have established this also. I'm taking us through the pain of building of this computation, right? To see where to make statements that we do. If an investor sells prior to maturity, when the market can sell the bond, we link up with flat. So that you can go to sell the bond at the same yield that you bought the bond initially. Your return as an investor will be the same as your YTL. Okay, so let us do the third scenario. The market's YTL for the bond, our assumed investment rate increases, right? Before the first coupon is paid, right? An investor that holds the bond to maturity will earn a realized return that is higher than the YTL. So when I will put that using this guy. Now we are going to be investing all these coupons. We are going to give at 5% again. We invest them at 7%. guys do this, compute the future cash flow, the future value of all the cash flows, then analyze the return. Let's see what the return will be.
After 3 days.
Just like what we discussed that. If you are not getting it here, that's not because this is very complicated in fact.
You are not, I'm not after the one is but before the first comes, the first.
So the what you want to pay, you are expecting the body to set back. But maybe tomorrow, you from us when you are all having a. So what I can do is the initial.
So before the first $6 is paid.
Yes.
On the white same amount.
So this is what they are computing. They're going to add everything. Then I'm going to put in this against this and then analyze the return. So let's try. What's the answer here? Six what? 119.29. Then we can analyze the return. 119.29 over 102.72. This is 1 over 3 minus 1. What do you do? 5.1. Right? Then the 5.1. So that investors were able to achieve extra 1.1%. From where? What do you do? So that your return as an investor is better than the white CFA that return you had when they enter the bond. So that's what happens to all investors in the share market now. What they want to pay for, like putting the ball, let's say 10%. Right? The white CFA was 9%. Now, like those money, not like 10%. So that's something like 2%. That's the market. So that the white CFA, you know, have more than 9%. So, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, is there a formula to get this without control?
No. You have to do all of this. Or another thing you do is to put this as the new white seal. So it's going to be like the bond pricing. Bond pricing, from there you're going to see compute everything. So you have to put N equal to 3, put C equal to 6, put I over Y equals to 7. Then put PB equals to 100 or PBI is 1 times. Just imagine that investing 100. Then put complete everything.
I don't understand that.
So imagine that you want to invest $100 at this point. But the investment is still long. So let's do the same thing. But now we assume that it's come down. So we want to do this one faster now. Assume that your investment rate is at 3%. What would be analyze return for the investment?
4.9.
Okay. The other part that you analyze return will never be more than your white cell. Okay. Investment horizon and we are going somewhere. I want us all to keep that at the back of our mind. What we are just over that. If you invest at a particular yield, and that yield changes within yours during your investment, the return you will earn as an investor will be over for you. So we have these concepts: investment horizon and investors read horizon yield. So that if I invest in I want to buy 10 million instrument. I put my 10 million there. But I buy that 10 million, I leave it for the particular problem. You pay my school fees in 5 years' time. What tell me that you go buy the phone today, or in 5 years' time, and you sell. This is my 5 years. It's my investment horizon. This 10 years is the tenure of the instrument. So what is telling us that? What is telling us that? Sometimes the investment horizon of an investor can be different from the tenor they are investing in. So, if I compute my return based on me selling at the end of 5 years, I will earn X, then over how much I put for the return. Based on 1/10 of 1. The return I will get from here, and that's what is called by horizon yield, investment horizon yield. Right. The yield or the return I had as an investor based on my investment horizon.
What's X?
X, this X will be the every. If I sell it on that is what is the future value? And this X of the biggest. Okay. And what I now will come in my every once I'm in, the interest I had goes to bond, and how much I sell the bond next year. Okay. So look at this unchanged white CL. We have done this. Unchanged white CL, one sale before maturity. We have done that. Capital gain or loss when the bond is sold are measured relative to the carrying value. And I don't do this. So if you have a bond on your book that you can categorize as owing to maturity, I don't believe I can't do it as amortized cost. Right? So if you have money more than a discount, 70, the amortized cost will keep taking the bond value higher in your book to the point of maturity that at maturity when you get maybe at 106 as the actual cash flow in your financial instrument or your asset, the carrying value of that thing will be 106 so that there won't be any loss or gain, right? So let's take an example. An investor purchases a 20-year bond with 5% semi-coupon annual coupon due to maturity of 6. 5 years later, the investor sells the bond at the price of 914. Determine whether the investor realized a capital gain or loss on this amount. So how do we solve this kind of question? We are going to first assume we have a coupon of 5%. Frequency is semi-annual. Tenor is 20. Right here is 6%. So LP is 100 PB. Let us complete what the price is. What will be the price of this book? Yes, so most of the price, yeah, we price based on the book. So usually if you say the price, if you get 89 here, that means what is selling at 9% per value. So that if you want to buy 1 million naira, what I will pay you every 1 million. What I will pay is 10% of this 1 million. That will be 90. So usually you can think around this 100 as percentage. So once if you get 78 here, that means what is selling at 78% per value. So we're going to buy the one of 10 million. Every example, so compute is what the answer. What's the price? Yes, that's correct. Then now what does it change? The white here will be hard. The coupon will be hard. Because that is single is semi-annual. So let's complete that. What is it?
So you cannot change that time to 10.
Why would you?
That depends on.
You got what? Yeah. 17.4. No. Okay, thank you. So you know why we cannot take to 10?
So I'm saying we should take the that one will remain at 5.
Why do we do that? Why are we taking it to 40?
Because we are paying 2 times in a year.
Exactly.
Right? And we are paying 5% annually. If this 5% is for 20 years. Right? If we pay 2.5, 2.5, that will be 40 times.
Yes.
That's very good.
Okay.
So I'm saying that
So they are saying that around 25 anytime. The time saying instead of changing everything, why don't change just one?
Yeah. Oh, we're thinking behind that. 5, 10 times. We pay them for 10 years. We won't pay them for the remaining 10 years. Of course.
No, like you not paying annually instead of paying
like the logic is still like instead of paying them 40 times. Oh, let's go.
to receive that 20 that report that file still 7 as a young
Kill it. Kill it. Pay them the right equivalent. So it is 0.4. That's the price we pay for the bond today. Now, let us then compute it and say at the end of year 5, I want to sell this bond. What will be the price I will sell the bond? You will assume something. Assume that the yields is the same. So you have something like this. Coupon 5%, frequency, 6 annual, 10 of that, 50 years maybe. Right?
That's right.
5 years, 6%, LB, 100, what is the PB? Let's go.
Oh, this is that.
Let's see. 5. 19.19. Thank you. See, this company you did, well, you have made your YCM to be static. This is your book. This is what you are going to be recording on your balance sheet as the carrying value of the bond, 19.19. That's what you are going to do. But what then happens when you take the value to sell this bond? You have to sell that 91.4, right? Even though the carrying amount of the book is 90.19. Anytime you can sell an asset at the price higher than the carrying amount of the book, you recognize the capital gain. Something is worth 90 to you, so you're going to sell the market of 91. So this means you're going to have a capital gain of 91.4 minus 90.19. That's something like. Where do we get this from? The price. Yes. So what will you have now?
So I want to put this as YCM as because
If you are to sell it at higher price, this is the relationship between price and YTM. This same offers that YTM has increased.
you will sell it as which is
Yes, that
you can talk for it.
that's right. If you want to confirm the YTM, confirm the YTM this way. In this big, put 91.4. Don't put that in YTM. Tell that YTM. Don't put YTM. Use all of the parameters. Want to compute the YTM, the YTM in the market, or also to send this bond as 91.4. What is the YTM market? What is the market? Okay, so let's do that. What do you do? If they were we're trying to find that what would have made the yield market when market the seller are bond at 91.4. So just even this, but this time, don't put white seal. Let's calculate give it white seal.
But that condition.
You guys are getting the pirated version. Because you have the paid version at home that time.
Now, okay, but
Let's go through. So what do I say?
You want to start from now, we use negative to
No, don't use negative for coupon. Don't use negative.
negative for P.
And that's yes, negative for P. That's what you have to do. So let's move on. Let's move on. What's the answer? 3%. 3% times 2. Can't be 3, so. Can't be 3. 3%. Let's go for it. Every is false. One more.
After down, yes. Then it's this. After down, goes.
Then let's see. This will be 4. 2.5. We are going to use our y. What? This 2.9. Yes, I did that one down. Okay, so let us
Did you put negative in that? Did you put negative minus 9?
in the price. We should be sensitive to that thing now. We should be consciously sensitive to that negative like that. Okay, let us talk about what? Yes, that's bigger. And it's down above 0.
Why did you multiply it?
Because what you get is this. Right. For the 30 years, you are not analyze it. Same way you divided with that. Let's talk about the concept of price risk versus the investment risk. 2.98, yes, that's correct. But remember, analyze it. That's it, analyze yield. Analyze by 192. When we talk about price risk is the risk that you face an investor. In case you don't go sell your bond prior to maturity, you are trying to sell the bond that you can buy. So certainty you face that I sell the bond at 1.40 or sell it at 90.19. That is the price risk. The investment risk is the risk that what will pay you on this bond prior to 10 years. How do you see a place to invest in yield that we started with? Imagine now that federal government bond was issued at 19%. You have bought that 19%, you pay a bond of 19%. Today, you can say market of 19%. What happens 2 years time? So bond is 10 years, right? In 2 years time, you have changed the interest rate. Things have gone down. So that your coupon can't say anybody to invest at 19%. Nobody will take it from you. You're going to be forced to invest in at 4 or 5%. That's driving the investment.
So the investments are talking about performance.
The rate you invest, the rate that you pay to invest in the performance.
That's why it's saying.
That's the market.
Yes.
The reinvestment risk. This risk here.
It's talking about the terminology. It's dividing the terminology now. What is investment?
Yeah, I guess. So that terminology saying the investment is related to investment into.
So this is the thing. You have bought the 10-year bond today, 2034. When you bought the bond, the yield at which you bought the bond was 19%. Right? The thinking behind this yield, remember our assumption for YTN that says that this yield assumes that all our corn will be invested at this same YTN, and we prove it ending class, right? Because if I am to invest my corn anyway different from this 19%, what I will earn will be different from this 19%. The return I will earn. So your investment risk is saying that if it happens such that in year 2025, the yield in the market has gone down to 5%, all the coupon I will earn for this remaining 5 years, I can't see anywhere to invest it at 90% again. I'll be investing it at maybe 4%. So that at the end of the year of the bond, if I calculate my expected return or my return as an investor, it will be significantly lower than this 19%. Maybe I will end up at 12%.
That's investment.
Reinvestment.
What's price?
Price risk says that if you change in 2035, I need my money urgently, and I decide to sell it. There's a calculation of the bond price. If based on my on my book, I have amortizing the bond. But there's no guarantee that the amount of my books that will be paid on in the market. Like you have seen here, for my book, my bond was $90. But when I went to market, I will sell it at the market. Very good. Price that can happen. What happens is in 2025, if for my books the bond is now $92, I can come to market and I was nobody won't buy it. They are going to be pricing that bond at 72. If that happens, that's the price risk. The price at which I can sell the bond, I'm afraid about.
What's the relationship between price and investment risk?
What's the relationship between price and so it's all tied with that. Because the determining factor for all of these things. So, we are going to be stating some facts now, which says that if I have short investment horizon, I have a 10-year bond, I bought 10-year bond, but I know in my heart that I will need money in 4 years, I will be forced to sell. That means I have a short investment horizon. I'm worried more about my price risk than the investment risk. Right? Because what I'm going to be worried about is in year 4, when I say it's wrong, I don't want to like it in it. What will happen in the market? We leave that gone so high that everybody will be pricing this bond at 14 naira, or 15 naira. Something like that, 100 or 90. So, if you are an investor and you have a short investor horizon like this, you are worried about price risk. So, also, if I'm the investor that I know that I've bought a 10-year bond and I'm going to stay to the end of the maturity, till 10 years, I'm not worried about price risk. Because as no time will I go through my money, the market. At that point, the only thing I'm worried about is reinvestment. How the cash flow will keep doing revenue? At what is the likely to invest in? We will follow that. So that's what we are trying to talk about. And we are going somewhere. We are going to measure the duration. Duration of the bond. Duration is talking about the sensitivity of a bond to changes in yield. How sensitive is this bond I'm carrying to the changes in yield? So the first one we'll talk about is Macaulay duration. Okay. I would say Macaulay duration is the point. So look at your bond. This at this point coming down, this is the point where you are most worried about reinvestment, about price risk. That if you intend to sell a bond at this up to this point, because once you go past this point, you are no more worried about reinvestment risk. Also, no, sorry, this is the point where you are worried about price risk. That once you intend to hold the bond past, maybe this is a 10-year bond, so hold it past 8 years, you are no more worried about price risk. Also, your investment risk moves up like this. That if you intend to hold the bond past 8 years, you are most worried about the investment risk. But if you are still on this side, most of the worries is on price risk. These 8 years, year 8, where your price risk balances with your investment risk, that 8 years is called the Macaulay duration. So if you hold your bond till this 8 year and sell at year 8, you better make the loss on the day that because why are you worried? The money comes from getting to when you say your bond at year 8, you are going to support it. Because that year 8, that's the investment risk and the price rate balance each other. So the money you are losing from the price rate, the investment rate will have take you beyond that body so that it's meant something. A lot of some questions around, so you can take this. Let's take this. And now I want us to get engaged. Let's work this scenario out. Consider a 5-year bond. Let me say annual bond. Price at 86.59. To give this 15%. Calculate the horizon yield for an invested horizon of 4 years. Assuming that the bond does the following. The first 40% flow and 60%. I will attempt that. Five-year bond. Annual bond. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I want to sell at year 4. This is when I will sell. First, then when we compute the selling price at year 4, this will be the parameters. Coupon is the same, 11%. Tenor at that year 4, you are left with only 1 year, right? YTM, I'm going to do 2 simulations. When the bond is at 14, when the yield in the market is 14, and when the yield is 16, right? Also, present value, that will be the price we want to compute. Put the price for this, compute the price for this. LV is 100. So let us do that. So, and do the final YTM if the YTM has stayed the same. So complete the PV for this also. That's right. YTM is 15. We're going to do four iterations. When YTM is 15, when YTM is 14, when YTM is 16. $97.86. 97.3. Okay, let's try for 16.
95.6.
95.67. For 15, go
96.5.
96.52. This will be the price of my bonds, right? Now, next thing we do is to say what is the horizon yield. And now we'll calculate that. We are going to do LV. Yes, we are going to do LV. This will now be our LV, right? LV over PV, this is 1/n minus 1. So let's do that for each of us. LV will be 100. So the LV will be this value. PV will be the price of the bond that we'll pay 6.59. 6.59. Yes, so PV in 4 years' time. That's how much I will get. We want to calculate the horizon yield, or call it the same thing as annualized return. That if I'm going to sell the bond in 4 years' time at 96.52, and I buy the bond today at 6.59, what is my horizon yield? 6 today to 96.5 to 99. So that was what's the answer. If you don't say what? You said what?
But you said that on the scene.
LV is 96.52. The LV in this sense is how much I will sell the bond in 4 years' time. So that if you tell me that I should buy something today at 86.59, and I calculate that I will sell it in 4 years' time at 96.52, what is my return over that 4 years period? You end up with 1. Don't forget, don't neglect the bonds ahead of that 4 years.
So you see how that accommodation.
Yes.
Why are you not mentioning?
The part of the future value. You don't really need to go to that. You do those 6% only. Of course, you don't. You hang money to 6%. So you take your 1% also over So yeah,
Is everything not included in this age? Sorry, yeah.
Why did you say it? But that one not only has to do
So value does the price.
yes. So take your 11 times 1.15. This is our 3 11 times 1.15. This one, 2, going to 1, and 1, and then the other 11 gonna, right? That will hang and then 4. Sum all of this plus this. So that will come your what? 1.5. The 1.5 is the yield manageable. Now those coupons you are earning, you are placing them at 1.15, 1.1. Remember that this is your timeline. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, as 2%, as 20%, as 60%.
So in my head right now, I'm thinking that as when you do this at 60%, guys, the future value, which I'm getting as 96.5. I feel like the yield did not change. So since the yield did not change, why the price? Yes.
What price did you do?
Why the price increase that?
What the price you are expecting to see?
Yeah.
What price you are?
I'm expecting to see same price.
89 point something. Okay.
But
Remember,
this one is understandable. This one, the price has the yield has 4.
wait, are you getting the person?
Yeah.
Have you done the person? 99%. You don't know long-term liability. Account for long-term liability. So how will you account for the bond?
Amortized, like fair value, amortized costs.
So there's what we call effective interest rate method. There it is. So if you have a bond in your book that you bought at discount, at this case, there's what we call pool to par. That is your bond, your book, every year, the bond value increases towards the par value you will earn and the maturity of the bond. Why? Because that's the only way that when the cash flow comes in the maturity of the bond, that cash flow will be matched, carrying amount very much. Else, if the bond stays at 89 and the maturity in 5 years, you now got 100 and your book you are still carrying 89, what has happened? You are going to have cash flow from investing 11. Does it true? No. Because if you are carrying the bond at amortized cost, every time your bond should be going up.
So what are you using? Okay, you are using effective interest rate.
Yeah, so that's this is practically what investment does. If you calculate the price of this bond in year, do it very fast. If you calculate it at year 3, you see that it will be lower than this, but it will be higher than 89. Because what is actually happening is that the bond carrying amount increases every year towards the par value. If it were to be that you buy the bond at premium, the value of the bond will reduce every year. So you need to be passing doing adjustment of amortization will be again. Carrying amount of the book increases, amortization will come to a year and probably
The amortization will be making the carrying value to increase in the book.
so if you look at this now, 54, great, add it to your 96. Yeah, it's spend a lot of time doing this thing, so it becomes second nature. So now it's 1 to 1.45 over, because of that, it's 6.59, 6.59. 1 over 4 minus 1. What do you get?
Hello, sir.
Yes?
It's not clear to me what you keep saying.
Have you completed this one?
Okay, to get the future value of your cash flow,
Yes.
On the report year.
Yes. Perfect. That's 15%. That's your analyzed rate of return on investment. So you do the same thing for this guy. The same thing for this also. Because you won't get at this point you'll be getting 14 or 16 at this.
No, in that 14, you're getting less than 14.
Yes. No, you'll be getting more than 15.
Getting better than 14.
Yes. For this one, you'll be getting less than 15. And that is the thinking we have to get you to. That for the guy that is selling the bomb before the majority.
No, for this 14,
Yes.
you're getting less than 14. For this 16, you're getting better than 14.
Complete it. So you need to complete this. So I can.
Master it.
Yes. If you are just doing complete on the air, trust me, after this class, from top. Let your hands dirty and complete this thing. That's the way you last. So that whatever confusion you have in your mind, put it on paper. Is it correct? Is it not correct? That's the only way you have to confuse it. There's no
So in all of this question that we are solving, we're making the assumption that rules change before first payment of the top. Before the first payment of the top. Right? And the assumption change, rules change after the
definitely.
first payment of
It's a case of at what rate you capitalize it. So if you change that actually the first perform is still at
1.5 down to 1.1.
very flexible, and that's why the number of questions they can ask you is unlimited. And that's why the important thing for you to do is to understand the concept. That's how what is happening there. Because like scenario that I can say as a question. So let's move on. We don't have that much time.
This example was still getting to the extension of this. Which is 14.97.
Yeah, you're 14.97. Exactly, 14.97, which is lower than the 15 that you are expecting when you pay the bond. Okay. So what do we define as our macro duration?
Before we go, myself, I'm getting. So I've seen that you is affecting price. Right? Because the thing that affects, I know that you are seeing a fixed rate on price. But like, is there a work where you can affect on
Yes, if you have a floating rate note. The floating rate note that is indexed with the MRR, market equity. And you see that the coupon on this note is whatever the yield between the market, MRR, market reference rate plus 2%. If the yield goes up, MRR goes up, this one here it was 2% before. So that all in was 4%. This MRR goes to 5, right?
on goes to 7?
Yes. Those are the floating rate notes. We spoke about it sometimes in the class. So let's talk about that.
But most times, so this switch to one that's companies and governments. They really don't need to.
Yes, that is not including floating liquid. So, like your treasury SIPs, treasury index, treasury inflation protected notes. This is inflation protected security. Right? So this one is linked to CPI plus 2%. Whatever the inflation rate is, we 1% for you both for. So there are notes like that are floating. Okay, so what is market contribution? Market contribution is the average time to receive cash flows of the loan. The weighted average time is the number of years of each of this cash flow is to be paid. So let's do this live. So I have this 5-year bond. Coupon is 6%. YTM is, let's say, 7%. EP, LB. So after year 1, I collect 6, the 2, 6, the 3, 6, the 4, 6, the 5, 1, 0, 6. Points are present value of each of the data the bonds and another bonds environment. So what do we do? Do the present value. What of start with? We are present value to be 0. Right. So you have something like this. Discount is by 1, 6 over 1, y 7%. So 1.07 is power y. 6 over 1.07 is power 2. 6 over 1.07 is power 3. 6 over 1.07 is power 4. 1.6 over 1.07 is power 5. So this is the answer. The answer, let's go. Present value. So the colors. Wow. 2 hours.
First one, 5.6.
Second one.
100.
Third one.
4.8.
Okay.
4.6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds 5.5.
So how can we take the please help me to complete the present value. The price of the bond. The price of the bond.
That's 95.7.
And 5.7. The weighted average, that's the weighted average. Which is going to be 5.6 at the end of this. 5.6 about 95.7. 5.2 about 95.7. 4.8 about 95.7. 4.6 about 95.7. And 75.5.
And what I say that?
Yeah, it's a bit insane.
Less than 5.8%.
5.8%.
5.9.
Okay. Second one.
5.4.
Okay. What's the present?
95.
So let's go.
5.0. So I'm going 5.02.
Yeah. Next one. 4.8%. The last one.
And
78.9%. Everything should sum up to 100%. So my market duration is what I'm going to do. Will be the weighted average 5.9 times the time to receipt of the fund. 5.9% times 1 in decimals. So this is 0.059. So let's run through the rest. 5.4% times 2.
that one 4%.
Times 2.
0.108.
Okay, let's move on. 5.02 times 3.
Hello?
0.150.
Yes, hello?
1506.
Times time to receipt. Time. This is time. Time years. Four point eight times 4. Then the last one. 0.9. 3.9. Let's add everything together. I took us through this long form for to understand the thinking behind correlation, which is telling us that which year would I balance my investments and my price risk? That if I said one at that year, would I, whatever will happen to the cost, goes up, went down, not to the I will still be able to earn my white seed. Okay, so let's
4.4.
4.4. 4.45. So let us test this. What we are going to do is to say we have agreed that this market duration is telling me that if I sell my bond at year 4.45, when I will have 0.55 for maturity, I'm balanced whatever the price, whatever the yield curve will be doing. So what I'm going to do is to say, put the white here. The white we use here is 7%. Put the white here at 9%. Put the tenor maturity at 0.55, right? And put the what will be the present value, what will be the future value is untold. Let's compare what the price of the bond will be. Coupon remains the same as 6%. What's the price? What? Yes, I'm 98.5. So the next thing I want to do is take all my cash flows at 9%. Right? Take all my cash flows, which will be my 6 times 1.09 raised to power 3.5, 3.45, 6 times 1.09 times 2 raised to power 4.5, right? 6 times 1.09 power 1.45, then the final one 6 times 1.09 raised to power 0.45.
But I know that's not really good. You should take all my cash.
You know, I do.
This 4.45.
I would agree that I'm going to sell the bond and the 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this pot. So all my cash is 6, 6, 6, 6. Right? I'll go pay for their future value in the year 4.45.
So that should be 4.81. You should do 4. You should do 4.45.
You want the cash that you see here. So what you do is like this. 1, 2, 3,
4.45.
it's not 4.45. It's I reduce this at the end of the year 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3.45.
That's the whole thing.
Yes. You see the total at the end of the year 1. Yeah, you want to find the total value at the end of the year 4.45.
That's the next 3 years. 2.4.
Yes. So if you do this, and I will advise you to do this, just want to understand that if you do this computation and you then do your analysis return, every over p raised power 1 over 4.45 minus 1, the yield or the return you get to your investor will be the same thing as that 7%. Look at that. Practice it. See it for yourself. You understand? Okay, so let's move on to the next. Okay. Let's want to talk about what's our international collaboration. You say if in my present horizon or even the now white state of the bond, even the white state of the bond, so that if my present horizon is 4.45, if the yield covers up to 9% immediately after I call the bond, you just have to wait for 4.45. Because for 4.45 years, and white CM will be the initial white CM and turn and gain. So we have the concept called duration gap. What duration gap?
My price is below. My price is not 3.5. Yes. The price of my fund is 19.5.
I will say that.
Okay.
Yes.
And I bought it at what is
Yeah.
for example that anything after 4.45 will put up.
You have sold it now, you 20%.
Yeah. 20.5, I guess. If I just sell it at 4.45, what happens? What's the implication?
What happens that you have, because you did that honor, right? At that point, look at that our pump that will be collateral. And you have this increase. If you stay with 50 years, your investment risk you are well, right? And now that you are investing at 9%, your expected return is actually higher than 7%. Because you are capturing all the coupon that you are investing at 9%, when you are initially thought of investing coupon at 7%.
So what happens in the guys?
No, at the that you are waiting for maturity. At maturity, they will give you 100, no price again, just give you 100 good value. They are not selling anything to that point.
In the market, and people. What do you mean?
They are not selling anything at maturity. You are giving the back, the issue is giving your bond. I don't know, market 20% market.
I'm trying to get what the understanding between this Macaulay. Like I'm not seeing the points Macaulay mentioned.
Yes, hello? So this is a telegram.
Because like what it's just said now that if I need this in maturity, I will continue to earn 9%, right? And my annual return, my annualized return at the end of 5 years, you mean that my annualized return will be Manualized return will be higher than 7%. You don't know it's there. You don't know the good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. But if what has happened is that the yield curve has gone down. If what you are saying is not 9%, but you are saying 7%, what will happen also is that if you wait for 4.4 to 5 years, and that's the that what if you have completed your macroequation, what happened to the yield curve after your reports? All you need to do is to wait to that macroequation. You need to get out because you were buying the bond because you were calculated at 7%, right? So that if you wait for this 4.5 years, you're going to end at 7% to change. Exactly. Right. And if you sell before that time, your price will fall. Well, if you did go up down, your price will rise, but your investment will are coming at a lower amount, and my end over the lower yield than something like that. And that is very important. The point of which the price is around your investment, and the price point where your investment is around your price visit, so you can't sell the balance and the point to balance. So finally, we spend like 3 hours on this simple topic. Finally, duration gap. What's the duration gap? Your backward duration minus your investment horizon. So that if my backward duration is 4.45, and I ask you, you say that you want to hold the boat for 2 years, so you have a duration gap of 2. Right. If you have a positive duration gap, what you are going to work when your price risk. So let us draw it in a better way. So that duration gap equals to your investment horizon minus according duration. So we have our example that the market duration is 4.45. If I ask you and you say that your investment horizon is this is market duration minus investment horizon 4.45. Say you want to hold the bond for just 2 years, so you have positive 2. At that point, 2.45. Yeah, 2.45. So these are 4.45. But you say I want to exit at this point, get 2. Remember, at this point is your price risk that will overwhelm you. So we are going to agree on increase in yield. Because if there's increase in yield, your price will come deep and you're going to suffer the next. Right? If you tell me that your guy want to hold it for 5 years, 4.45. So that you want to sell at this point. At this point, the investment risk that overwhelms. So what you are going to be praying for is that they should increase the yield more. They should increase the yield. That yield should increase. So that this your investment rates will be higher. And you're going to head something significant than one. Okay. Are we doing? So if you have anything that the investment is in the middle world, and you are not the one that will increase interest rate. Increase interest rate on the power. Any question on that side? Online, everybody Are we on the same page? All right, yield-based bond duration measures and what is it? One very important part we must not forget as we go through this bond duration computations is this line between price and yield. So our first approach to this will be so this convention that we see in bond price relationship is what we call convexity. So that when the yield goes up, the price rises, but even at a faster pace. And then when yield goes up this way, this is yield going down. The price declines slowly. So the first approach to this, we will assume
What are we explaining?
bond duration. We assume a straight line relationship. That means we are ignoring convexity. This convexity, just one. So we talked about Macaulay before. The thing is, modified duration is just your Macaulay duration over 1 plus YTN. Very simple, right? 1 plus YTN. If your Macaulay duration is semi-annual, it will be that same Macaulay duration semi, right, over 1 plus YTN over 2. Just to adjust for frequency. Okay. Why are we doing this? Let me say that bond duration is an estimate of sensitivity of our bond to changes in the yield curve. So look at this formula here. Our modified duration that we got to is 5. So minus 5 times if they do that the yield curve is 50 it runs at 5 plus 5 7. This 50 basis points, right? Okay. So 50 basis points is 0.5. Yes. Right. Okay, so in this you can predict that our bond will 1.5 times 5. Our bond price will fall by 2.5%. That comes out close. Every times. Plus to show that what because if the yield curve is that there's 50 basis point reduction, it will be minus 5 times minus 0.5%. So I minus like minus 2.5% increase in our bond price. Right?
This Macaulay duration. We are calculating modified duration.
We are calculating modified duration in this one.
That's the same thing that we are calculating.
Yeah, we are calculating what is the percentage change in the price of the bond. You are not using your modified duration and what is saying the movement is we said that the intent of doing all this duration is to for us to say how sensitive my bond is to changes in yield curve. So if they now ask me that, hey Bella, the yield curve in the market has gone up by 50 basis points. I want to compute that by how much will the value of my portfolio drop. The first thing I will do is because I want to calculate the percentage change in my portfolio value. It's equal to the negative minus modified duration of my portfolio multiplied by the change in YTM. So if I know that my modified duration is 5 minus 5 multiplied by the change in my YTM is plus 50 basis points.
How do you get our modified duration?
This is the formula, right? Are you following?
Yeah. Macaulay duration divided by 1 plus.
Check the white.
Yes. Modified duration times C1T. Modified duration is Macaulay duration over 1 plus YTM.
What's the definition? Identity formula. Right. I don't explain that to you.
Our
We know what
measure the sensitivity of your portfolio, your bond, or changes in interest rates, or changes in the yield curve.
That's my friend duration.
It was. That's basically what the whole duration wants to measure. So duration can be Macaulay duration, modified duration, that could be moved into effective duration. All of these are variants of duration measures. And duration, instead of duration is measured is how certain your bond is to changes that will save the yield curve or interest rate. We are trying to now take it from 4.5 years, 5 years to actual percentage change in portfolio value. That's why we took our modified duration, then multiplied it by the YTM that we have seen. They told us that the portfolio is one sensitive to change the yield curve by 5. But what does it translate to in actual value or actual price decline? And that's where this formula comes to. Take the modified duration and multiply by the change in yield curve. So you can either use this, if you know your modified duration, use this formula. If you don't know your modified duration, use this formula I'm going to use. V negative minus G positive over 2 times change in YTM to get you the same answer. What is V negative? V negative is value when you reduce the yield curve, the YTM by a very small amount of number. Let's say we have to, I price my bond when the yield is 7%. The price of my bond is 97. I will then go price my bond when I increase the yield curve by 0.5. I should get something like 92. I will price my bond again when I reduce the yield 6.5. I will get something like 103. This guy is my V minus when I reduce my bond by yield curve. This is my V plus when I reduce my yield curve. This is my V0. And I will plug all those numbers in, right, to get my approximate modified duration. So let's do 103 minus 92 over 2 times 97 times what the change? 45%. So let's do that in. Put that in decimals. 0.005. Right? So yeah, we will apply modified duration. You can use the formula if you do a Macaulay duration. You don't know about duration, you are forced, you have to use this formula. Okay, so tell us the answer. What's the answer? One of you understand. Two.
So after you have get the modified equation, you now you now calculate into percentage or so you like.
Yeah. You just have to like 11.3. So after doing this, you cannot do the minus 11.3 times 0.5.
How did you change? How did you get the percentage change in mind? You change the mindset.
So it is from this point. By how much have you changed this part here? You don't mind like 0.5%.
4.5%. That's why you change 4.3%. 4.05.
Yeah, 0.5% in decibels. Okay. So this point here is telling me what I said here that if I'm using modified duration, I have to do modified duration later. Yeah? If I'm using modified duration, I'm ignoring the convexity attribute of bonds. I want to first take care of linearity. So it ignores convexity and assume energy, linear relationship. And that formula we should take note of money duration. So I've told you that my bond will change by 2.5%. That's how I want to change. But what does that 2.5% translate to the actual dollar amount? Which is where you get your money. Right? So in currency unit, that's the annual modified duration times full price of the bond. So if the price of the bond is 971 or 1 million, I think that's so then the formulas in this case. So we track that. We've done money duration, which is the annual modified duration times the full price of the bond. So we have 5 as our modified duration. But the price of the bond is, let's say, 971. So we are getting something like, let's say 1,000. So we have 5,000 as your money duration. So we want to say, yeah.
The figure we get from this, modified duration times whitening is changing portfolio value.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That figure we made in percentage, right?
Yes.
This change in portfolio value. The figure of in percentage.
Yeah.
So now we multiply it with the price of one.
So to find the actual decline.
Yes. Which is what I feel like
Yeah, you can't say my portfolio will go down by 2.5%. Yes. I can say that how much loss will I carry? If my total portfolio value is 1,000,
we now multiply it.
can do that. But we are getting through that place to also with this money duration. I do that multiplied by my full price of the bond, and that's a 15 the bond value. So that will be 5,000 bond duration times change the yield 0.005. Yeah. So I can take that.
And I'll come back to percentage change that I got you.
I can do that. So this is personal. Okay, another thing is price value of the basis point. Money changes the full price of the bond when white changes by 1 basis point. So you want to value now, we're not trying to value 5 basis points change. We want to value 0.01 basis point change. Right? So let's what we've done before, which is the so if I achieve or say the price value of the basis point will decline. Remember these are formula. So what I do is instead of sensitizing the yield score by 0.5% that I did earlier, I'll move it by 0.01. So if I start with 6%, I'll go to 5.99 and 6.01. to get my V positive, V negative, and V positive, and V zero. Right? And when you start back and get the in here, you get the modified duration.
It's like just this.
Yes, but for this, in this case, find out the basis for the base point is going from 0, 1 to 0. So I'll do that. So what I did there, what I get my modified duration, before I then put it in here, times the bar value of the ball, times 1%. So we said all of this is measuring how sensitive my bond is to changes in input, which is captured in interest rate basically. The right relationship with maturity of bonds, higher coupon rate increases the interest rate of duration. Duration of coupon, zero coupon bonds higher than coupon bonds. These are all facts. Right, and you can prove them, right? So, if I have a 5-year bond, the zero coupon bond, no cash flow, I have to wait to this point to get everything, and the yield curve will change. So we can quickly do that and say coupon is 0, tenor is 5, tenor is 5, white here. Let's say 5. My right here is 5. So 7%. Price and future value. So that if my bond I'm computing certainty for zero coupon bond, it is more sensitive to interest rate movement. Why? Because there are no cash flow between this point and this point. Because if there's some cash flows, at least I can go and break those cash flows at higher rate and cut my loss. But if I have to wait for the 5 years, they're going to get money as cash on this point, and interest rate the amount of price impacts will suffer, that will be higher than a comparable bond that has cash flow. Should we all agree on one test it out? Right, so I need to use a calculator, so I'll put the parameters here. Use the calculator to get what the price of the bond will be. So coupon is 0, L is 5, YTL is 7%, P completely LD is 100. Do the same one. So if the same bond now move to coupon of 0, the only thing that change to 9%. Then do the final one where the coupon is 5%, N is 5, YTL is 7%, initially PV is what? LV is 100. Now, change this YTL to 9 also and say what the price will be. So we have complete four scenarios. Find the price here, find the price here, find the price when there is a coupon, and find the price when there's coupon and complete changes also. So let's see. Yeah, please. And I say that negative days just the pattern. What is right there? Nine. And it's 64.99. The decline is how much? From
That's 6,000.
okay, let's do what's the price here?
91.80.
91.80. What's the price here?
84.44.
What's the difference?
7.76.
Don't mind.
7.86.
Let's do it in percentage term. 6 of this. Then multiplied by the decline in price. Yes. 8.8%. Second one. Nine. Yeah? 7.36. I don't understand. Like, what do you 7.36 there at 91.30? %. Can you see? The decline in price when the yield changes for a coupon bond is lesser than the decline in price when there is no coupon. Yes. Because they give some coupon. That's what I'm trying to say here. I have a conflict decreasing the interest rate sensitivity. Okay. Market duration of a floating rate note with the time the next coupon is set rate. Get one. So that you don't suffer any interest rate risk for a floating rate that you know that will be set to the next yield or the next. So that let's say I have a 2-year floating rate note. Coupon is not set. Coupon is MRR plus 2. If MRR on this day is 2%, so then 4%. If the day after the MRR then go to, so the coupon of this day is 4%. We set the MRR on this day. If you know the time, the MRR now goes to, let's say 7%. All of the other bonds that are fixed for, they will underwater because the price has taken so much. But this floating rate will just needs to wait till the next reset date, so that you now capture the new rate. So that the next bond will be at 7% plus 2, 9%. So the price decline.
You said, implication of what you said is, if before the next payment date, the MRR changes, the coupon payments will be made at the government.
Yes. When I try for the next coupon, because when we are entering the coupon this day, so we look at MRR.
What coupon needs to be paid at this point?
The MRR is set on today, 4%. When it is 2%. On this day, now this is our 21%. When we get this day, we are going to reset the coupon to 9%. 9% paid on this day. Okay, so that's that. Increase in white here, decrease in interest rate risk. You can see, just the point that we want to look at this map when we sensitize this.
Okay, so at this point, at that year 1 point, right? Yeah, the price of the bond will not be affected.
We have one, this one. Yeah, it will be affected, but you are not okay. It will be affected, right? But the
Effects.
the impact, the effect, sensitivity, what are they? If other fees bonds are suffering 10% decline in price, your floating rate might probably suffer 1.5. Because all everybody used to wish for it. And the next thing, I hope the second is more higher to counter, to offset the change in the root curve. So this is the price of a basic point. And I'm talking about here. We move to corporate time. So we do corporate time because the price is 4.5 times 1,000. So we did price value of the basis point. And your 10 10 for 4 minus 10 to 9 right? So one go minus one go 9 plus. You have 2 the times full value of the 1 times 4.1%, 4.01%. You get the price, the monetary value of the single basis point. So I just I the formula area, you have to do this showing this. Okay. Now we are going to be considering convexity. There is no this convention the price yield relationship is convexity. Convention. That's what we mean by convexity. Now we draw it bigger so you can see it. So let us draw this in. First, we did duration earlier when we assume only linear relationship between price and yield. We are taking it a step further to consider convexity. Convexity talks about this curve relationship that we see between price and yield. And let us look at it. Here is our y0. When yield falls, yield moves to this point. If we assume that the price yield relationship is linear, and we trace our yield to this line, we are going to assume that the price of the bond should now be 90. Before it was here, it was 70. Yield falls, the price moves to 90. But in the actual sense, when we went to the market and look at what happens when the yield falls to this point, we find that the price rises even more than what is predicted by the straight lines. The price rises to 95. When the yield increases, yield moves to this point. Our straight line assumes that the price should fall to something like 60. But when we went to the market to look at what's happening, the price actually falls to something like 68. And what is causing that? When yield rises, the price should increase. That the increase is actually faster or higher than what is put on the straight line. And when yield rises and the price should fall, the incline in price is lower than what is put on the straight line. It's what we call convexity. Very good. That's what we call convexity. And that will see. For the increase in yield, the bond price falls is overestimated by duration alone. Duration said that the price would fall to 60, but the price was arrested at 68. Right? And when the bond price increase, it's estimated by duration measures alone. And that's how we measure convexity. So given PVC, bond price falls. This is to the right. So this to bond price increase. Yeah, bond price increase underestimated by duration. So measure the curvature of the price yield relationship. This is not curvature of the period is T multiplied by C plus 2 positive. Positive cash flow 1 plus R is for T. Just like what we do for my calculation, right? So they want to do weighted average complexity of individual cash flows. So for this one, the other time we are taking T as 1, 2, 3, 4. For convexity, we are calculating T first. That will be 1 plus 2. If not, we can do the C for the first 1 year. For the first year, 1 plus 2 over 1 plus R squared. Those are the ones. But most of them won't be asking us to calculate in the exam. No, so for another convexity, divided by the another number of periods of the year squared. Okay, these are convexity formula. It's a very important formula. V1 plus V plus V negative plus V plus minus 2V over VO change in YTA squared. These are formula for convexity. Yes.
The same advice from the foreign.
It's not the same thing. No, the first one is V minus V over 2V over. I see that this one is squaring that majority long, bond rates, low, wise, low. So this is talking about variety that affect convexity. When maturities, they have long term point. Yes. Coupon rates and when YTM is low. So the convexity for when we have quite yield at 2%, it's much lower than when we have yield at 4%. Right? Convexity when the coupon rate is low, is lower than when the coupon rate is higher. And it all goes back to when we discount cash flows. Discounting $5, I should have larger impact than when I'm discounting people like this. Change the priority to duration and complexity. Now we are playing to compare this one. What I'm trying to do here, I'm able to see it. I want to find the full impact on the bond price when there's movement in yield curve. So the first thing, I can use my duration to confuse the impact to this point. Then I then use my convexity to compute this tiny portion too. And then add the two impacts, part A, part B together. Yes. That's what this guy is doing. Change it. Then it's the full price. Modify duration that change YTM plus half under convexity changing YTM. Same thing goes for doing harmonic convexity. You do manipulation the right time too. Annual convexity times full price and return. All of this is just a game of your remembering the formula. So don't forget, change the full price of the bond, your money duration, change YTM, money convexity, changing YTM. Quick. Remember, when you're doing convexity, you usually square your YTM. So, if you then want to say, what is the overall impact of my portfolio? You know, we have done that at the at the individual bond level. If I have a portfolio that has bond A, and bond B. Bond A is 75% of the portfolio, bond B is 25%. And then I know that yield curve has gone up by 25 basis points. What's the overall impact? By how much will my whole bond go down? This is the dollar come down. So what I'm going to do is say with 1.75 times duration of 1, if it's 5, plus with 2.25 times duration of the 2 month duration for that one, then I can get the overall impact in your portfolio. I'm going to do also this one do the portfolio management anyway. But just to see that you can move from the measuring changes at the bond level, measure the change at that portfolio. Okay. Let's move on. We are trying to look at bonds with options. Bonds with embedded options. And when we get to bonds with embedded options, we are going to be doing something like effective duration, effective convexity. If all I've been doing all the while is I think that the bond is straight from the bond price cash flows are known, and the time of those cash flows are known for a straight bond. But when we have bond embedded options, remember I want to talk about the callable bond and the putable bonds. Who can give us what these two mean? What are the callable bond and what are the putable bond? Online, anybody who can tell us. Are you back? Are you back? Those that you can call. Who can call this one? Yeah, that's who can call it? The issue. Yes. Correct. What are these people? You can do what can you do? What does that mean? They can sell to the factory buyer at the specified price. They can sell back to the buyer. Sell back to the issuer at the specified price. For the majority process. And because of that, it creates challenges around calculating things like inflation. Because now I don't know if that one will hold or that one will put to the buyer. So that when I was doing the that time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I was doing the weighted average of cash flows and the rest, right? Because I know that for certain nobody can call or put this bond and then do that interpretation. But yeah, I know that and the life of the bond can be truncated at this point if either the issuer decides to call it or the borrower kind of put it back.
Why would the issuer want to call about the investment?
Great. Why would the issuer want to call it back? Yes, the rate has changed. If you have issued a bond at 19%, you are paying coupon on the good number. From then, right at that moment, people can issue bond now at 4%. Why do you keep on paying 19%? You can call your bond and say, anybody pick up a bond, I will pay you now. You go and finance that at 4%. For this other fruits also, if you have bought the bond that you are paying 4% bond, but now people investment that can get investment at 12%. I think my 1 year that I've tied to this bond, let me sell it back to the issuer. Bring back 1 million. I'll then go and invest my 1 million at 12%. So that's the idea. So that's why you can truncate the life of the bond midway.
Because all every time it's so if you can if the rate is at 4%, now the market has moved to 12%.
Yeah.
That means the room to maturity and 4% without give the price and the price without fall. Right? And once price fall, the market will increase.
No, that's not really for that kind of bond.
Why the price? They are having
That's pure economics. Doesn't happen with bond and like that. That's a bond whose price are falling. It's a pain on the neck for you as a professional.
So you want to sell it out.
You want to sell it out, and who will buy it? Who will buy it? Right?
But you won't want to sell it because today it lost. Yeah.
No, sell it is lost.
It's already lost.
If you sell it, that they are life because
But people will be ready to buy it.
not necessarily, they might not be ready to buy it. You know, there are places where you don't see anybody because you are stuck with that
I
one.
feel like there's a secondary market.
The fact that the secondary market doesn't mean that that's what the market for that particular brand will be liquid. When I still think something is selling, then you actually see it selling. You can see my car is selling, right? But that means that if I go to Allen today, right now, it's not buy it. Right. So that's we are going to do something. Liquidity. Liquidity is a very important thing. There's market for the particular brand. So if you look at your FMB, bonds are listed, like state bonds, Lagos State bond. But that doesn't mean that tomorrow want to sell that Lagos State bond. Tomorrow you want to buy it. There's market, there's bond, nobody can take the side. Nobody will want to buy it from you, even though we're holding that the fair value of that bond is less than 90. Because nobody is, you are trying to buy it. You're not pricing you at 70, at 60. You cannot see that you are going to say that it's a significant discount, and that's your liquidity of the bond. You have to consider that. So that's why you can easily say government bond, CBUs. But when you come to subnationals,
Why did you say it's unfair government?
you can easily say CBUs because those are much more liquid than high demand. But you have what the Dangote bond, but when you need to sell it, even though you say you want to sell at a discount, you are still not willing to buy it. So I will be okay. Right? Effective duration, analyzing interest rate for bonds with embedded option. So we are moving from one duration that was looking at bonds that doesn't have options. Anytime we put in front of you what that has options, what are we looking at to measure the setting the bond the interest rate is effective duration. Right? And what is the formula for effective duration? V minus V plus 2V. This curve we are right here is the benchmark bond curve. And our benchmark is what? Our government securities. So we are not measuring the sensitivity of that bond just for its own yield, because its own yield just right here. You are measuring to a government benchmark. How sensitive is it to the government benchmark? Remember, when we talk about interest rate, the nominal rate, we say nominal rate is our risk-free rate plus expected inflation, right? Plus error land, inflation. So that if I want to do this our government rate here. If I want to do a government rate, I will start with risk-free rate, inflation. To talk about inflation, I will then add the credit spread. Right. So the white that part is inflation. So that if government can borrow at 9%, I will add credit spread of 4% to Dangote and borrow money to Dangote at 13%. So before when we're doing money duration or modified duration, We are measuring the sensitivity of Dangote bond to Dangote's white CFA. Now, if Dangote should issue a callable bond, I'm going to be measuring for effective duration, I'm going to be measuring Dangote bond price to changes in the benchmark. This benchmark, it will ignore one adding the levels of where, so in case there is differences, just our statistics. If I said
This frame rate is inflation,
expected inflation,
expected inflation, expected your margin, credit spread.
yes, then it's good.
Right? But that's more looking like the markets is
The market what?
that's looking like the market is
Market risk
it's
for a Dangote for the corporate usual.
yes,
Yes, that's advantage.
that's market is like this formula. It's like formula for market is risk rate plus expected inflation plus credit spread.
Yes, market risk. Let's try to let you know where we are coming from. Why we are not using white CFA in this market loan. Because for benchmark, or when there's a very option, you want to isolate the impact of credit spread of the issuer and the entire corporate itself. Guys, effective duration separate the effect of changes in benchmark from changes in the liquidity and credit spread. Okay. Another point to note is that this our effective duration is only a sufficient or accurate measurement of the sensitivity of the bond price when what we have is a parallel sheet in the yield curve. What's a parallel sheet? So this is our yield curve. It tracks the yield against maturity. You can have something like this. Right? Another thing we can have is a parallel shift. When we talk about changes in the yield curve, changing the yield curve can happen to change the level, changing the curvature, and changing stiffness. These are the three things that happen to our yield curve. Can change the level. When you say that there's a change in level, there's a parallel shift across board. So that we have something like this as our new yield curve. Right. That's what we call a change in level. A parallel shift across board. We can say there's a change in curvature. What that means is this is our original yield curve. Right? And then we have something like this. The midpoint stays the same. The lower point, the short end of the curve went up, the long end of the curve went up. So your new yield curve now is something like this. Right? That's the change in curve, in curvature. When we talk about change in stiffness, and that's what we have in Nigeria now. If this is the original yield curve, change in stiffness can happen where the long end of the curve remains the same. The short end of the curve went up significantly, 27.7, that's the T-bills. So you can have something like this. This used to be a yield curve, and that this is a new yield curve. We call this one changing stiffness. You can have change in stiffness showing up like this also. That your short end of the curve will go up, but the long end of the curve will go up even more. So we have something as stiff like that.
Change the level.
No. Change the level is parallel across the board. So let's move on. So effective duration is adequate when we have this parallel sheets. I'm going to do another one, what's called key rate duration. But let's move on. Valuation effect only sensitivity of the bond value changes to the benchmark labor and assumes all the very decreased spread remain the same. That's it. That's what we need to leave the competition against the benchmark labor bonds or yield curve. Okay, so we talk about this valuation measures sensitivity to the bond's own yield. That's why I say that it doesn't distribute between the benchmark changes and spread. And that we will look at referring convexity. All of this is to game of the formulas. Once you remember the formula, we will find. These are formula in the so at what point do we have negative convexity? And what do we call negative convexity? Earlier, we said we don't assume a straight line between price and yield. We assume that there is a bit of curvature this way. But this one we just talked about here is a straight line bond. It's option free bond. If we have a callable bond, what happens is that at the point of buying the bond, the issue I told you that anytime you can call the bond at 102. So when the yield curve goes to this point, whereby we expect the price of the bond to be slightly higher than 102, maybe 105. The issue we said the issue to call the bond. I cannot be using having product at 105. What happens is that the market knowing that this issue can call the bond, they will then the price of the bond will not go past this 102. So what we have to have is now this. Then we have something like this. At this point, so we have more negative convexity. So negative convexity happens to only callable bond because when the price approaches the call price, the price to be price relative. Don't go for that one. Okay. At any point in time, always of the option free bond is always positive. You can only go to negative for the callable bond. So we explain that. So we can see the diagram is here. This is an option free bond. Then we have the price approach this. Look at this suitable bond also. Because everybody knows that I can send the bond to issue us, let's say 101. So that any that make the bond price go below 101 will be arrested at this point. Very important to note. That the situation of the equitable bond is less than the equivalent position fee. Option fee. Why? Because as we approach this, no matter our valuation information of the sensitivity of the bond, let me change the yield. As we approach this very high, the bond becomes less sensitive to increase in yield because the price mentally have been arrested. So you won't see those dancing around the price again. And so that a comparable trade bond will still be going further down. But the put option, the bond will put option will be arrested. So that I say that the duration of that bond is less, but the bond is less sensitive to equivalent option. Same thing happens with this column. Okay, Dr. Free bond will price go to the cost. But if the guy comes steady,
Okay. Can I do that some like in the way of manipulation of the telephone?
So once I want to price the change in the bond price or the bond with embedded option, I won't be using my own calculation and modified convexity, using the duration and the convexity. That's the most important part of all of it. So if the question tells you that a bond has an embedded option, please, the formula you use should be this. The one that has effective duration and the chemical velocity. Also, you should use the regime of the benchmark curve. Yes, key regulation. Consider this key regulation measures the impact of non-parallel shifts. What we take with that time? Later, the point change the percentage, so you pick control it. How sensitive is my 10-year bond to changes in 5-year yield? The sum of the key regulations is equal to the effective duration anyway. Right? So shaping risk, the effect of non-parallel shift in the bond on the bond portfolio. So I have a bond portfolio. If they then tell me that the yield curve change from what you have to something like this, the short term going down, the long term going down, how will my portfolio react to this? So if you have your portfolio that bulk of the bonds in the portfolio are on this shorter end of the curve, you have very small on this side. Because the shorter end of the curve that experience lower decline in yield, this price of the bond in this place will go significantly, right? And this one, the price will go down significantly. If the price increase in this bond will overcompensate for one decline level, you can feel that your entire portfolio value will actually go up. And that's when shaping risk comes to the board. I want to know how setting a bond portfolio that has areas of maturity is setting to 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So if what happens is that the short end of the curve went up significantly, the longer end of the curve went down just small. If I have a lot on this side, this will suffer a great loss, right? And this guy will suffer price increase, but the base, the number of one is small. Combined effects, it's not trying to be negative, and bond portfolio will be. So that's what that's our shaping effect of non-parallel shift on the bond portfolio. Clear relation for each maturity complete. Effect of each maturity. For cash flow, so you do a modified duration times the weight of that portfolio on it. So if I have 20% here and 20% here, so I'll do the modal duration times 80%, right? Plus modified duration on the other side times 20%. The weight of the pivot. Let's solve this question. All right. The portfolio equally invested in 5-year 0 bond yielding 5% and 10-year bond yielding 0. Look at 0. And so we have 5-year 0 bond, white year 5. And that one 10 years. 0 bond, white year 6. They are quoted on annual composites. What will be the commands of the portfolio if 5-year changes by 5 increased, right? By 50 basis points plus 50 bips. Then the shorter end of the curve, and the 10-year yield decreased by 12%. 25 pips on this short term. That's what we do. Remember our formula. Let's calculate speed, modify duration. How can we calculate duration? We know that duration is Macaulay duration over 1 plus YTM. Agreed, right? The Macaulay duration for a zero coupon bond is equal to the maturity. You have it. No, yeah, so you know how I can get here. I can say that I will find them on the screen for 5. Remember how we did the other time? Can't do 0, right? 0, 0, 0, 0, 100. You want to stop it at this point. You can then do this is calculus. You can do better P of 0, 0, 0, 0. What is on to 78? Right? We did total 78. Weighted average. Everything is 100% inside. Right? And when you weighted average times time, everything is equal to time. So that's the Macaulay duration of a zero pumping is the same as its maturity. Now I know the Macaulay duration. I can calculate my Macaulay duration. So that becomes for the 5 year becomes 5 over 1 plus YTM 5, 1.05. For 10 years, it's 10 over 1.06. What's the answer? So this is going to our modified durations. $4.76 here. The other one come. Right, 9.43. Remember the formula we have that time? When we say key rate is your modified duration times weight. Right? Now we know modified duration. You know your weight. It's that it is equally weighted, right? So I have 50% here, I have 50% here. So I can do my 4.76 times positive 50 bips there, right? Right? What is 0.5 plus 9.4 times 5. Right? So, very positive. Let's confuse the impact of the start again, which is remember our formula for changing the price of the bond. This is negative modified dimension times change in white cell. So we have 4.76 and 4.76. This one, there's increase in basis points here. That is plus 4.5. Right, that's basis points. Is it? So what do we get? Negative 3. 16. The other guy, negative 9.43 times. This one is decrease, negative 0.0. 0. Yeah. 1.25. Yes, 1.25. So that would do us what? Positive something. Think of it like so. Right? So we have this side, they will know that they're going to 50%. negative 2.3 is times 0.5 plus positive 2.3 times 7 times 0.5. What becomes one second. One five negative, right? So that is in percent terms. This will be our bump of flow will fall by 0.11%. Can we see? And this is all working with the answer ourselves. So you can see that there is a negative effect on one side, positive effect on one other side.
You have one negative power for one of those, one of those.
Yes.
Does that? You can do all those from 0 power.
What will be what?
Negative 0.7.
Yes. I think this free from here, give from here. There's a approximation in this. But this is like very important for us to try our hands on this. There's no escape. This is coming from exam. And remember, our fixed income is 40% of the exam.
It's not the same.
Yes.
Give them the
They will use options. Yes. For level 1, yes, we have options. For level 3, no option. You have to write in level 3. Yeah. But before then, you are already as tough as okay. So we move on to the last portion of this. Empirical duration and analytical duration. So what we have done all the while is analytical duration and based on mathematical analysis. Right. Empirical duration is based on what is observed in the market. So when we estimate corporate bond duration based on shift in benchmark, we make the assumption to carry spread for the corporate bond in terms of change, as an assumption changes in the benchmark and the bond before the are. But we think that this is not correct. Assuming that changes in the benchmark is uncorrelated with changes in the credit spread. Because what happens is that when the, like what happens in Nigeria, or what is happening in Nigeria, when the benchmark, the government bonds, are giving you something as high as 27.07%. Or we have very believe that everybody will leave equity space. Because what's the dividend yield in the equities? Something like 7. Or if you are home, unfortunately, like anything, say no dividend, I'm going to get 0 equity. Why would I want to be waiting for so much uncertainty in the equity space when I have a certain 27% in government bond? So we call it flight to safety. But when the benchmark yield curve goes up, like what is happening here, everybody will chase fixed income. Like you're doing equity. I will come and do my sell off my shares. I'm going to buy T-bills. Because T-bills will give me 27.07. And also, because shares, right? I also sell off my Dangote bond, MTN bond. And because as those pressures are happening on the corporate side, what happens is the credit spread start going up. Because look at it. This is our yield on the corporate side. Risk-free rates plus inflation plus credit spread. when I start selling, price of that thing goes down, right? And this yield goes up. If this is stays the same, this stays the same, sort of have this split. All the increase in this yield will pass through to this increase in the credit spread. Right? And that's what I'm trying to say. That's when the benchmark spread goes up, there is a reflection of it in the credit spread of the corporate issuers shooting up this way. So if that's what we have, that's computing our changing the government is will not be correct if we all we use is that one mathematics. So when we have that kind of situation, whereby the benchmark yield is corrected with the credit spread for corporate issuers, we should use empirical relation, which is based on the actual, not just mathematical computation and actual relationship between changes in the benchmark and bond price. So we have to apply to bond. This is going to create the credit spread to the place at the same time. And another thing happened like that during COVID. Right? Everybody taking their money off regular market and going to US bills. So when everybody comes to US bills, what happens is that the price goes up and the yield comes down. Right? So look at our formula again. Our yield is risk-free rates plus inflation plus everything. Yield on government spread that we are doing that risk-free comes down. Right? Inflation stays the same, but this guy, if this also stays the same, what was comparison to this increase here, this will be very long. We get this stays at 4. Let's say 6, 2, 2, 2, 4. And this one stays at 6. But this one at 1.5. This stays at 2. The 1.5 is fast food will speak directly. So take this to 3.5. So that we can still have 1.6. What then happens that credit spread widens public space. So you are government bond increase. However, credit spread increase. So government bond, if our portfolio has lots of government securities, that is, I don't have so much exposure to the corporate. I can keep using my analytical calculation. But at the point where I have more corporate bonds in my portfolio, please use your data calculation to increase. So, calculation is relevant when I have more portfolio. Analytical calculation is relevant when I have more. Any question?
So it's applied to social and applied to employees where proposals
No, the same thing. We are quite the same thing. Quality is just about the problem. Same thing. So we have the credit risk. But now we have front credit risk, which is operating of just to done yesterday. Very quickly. Same way we report the inflation based on flats, they will be plotting curvature, their progression. Let me get into that. Okay, so what is this? Risk associated with loss of failure of borrower to make payments or interest. Right. Probably that's the source of payment that the borrower has thought to use to pay your loan. Does not provide enough cash to service their debt. So, imagine I borrowed $1 million last year. 450 million. One is 450 million, and you started a business. And you know that business over the 5 years, 10 of it will give you completely 450 million or 550 million. So that you can pay the loan of 450 million and pay interest of 50 million and then 50 million. What happened is that dollar then moved to 1.6. So you now have to pay 1.6 billion. Right? You have to pay 1.6 billion. And the entire project cannot give more than 550 million. Like the best. So that's that. When the sort of the payments cannot provide more cash flow to service the debt. You look at the drivers of credit risk. Drivers can be bottom up or top down. Bottom up means only the borrower, or top down from the macro down. Remember our 5 C's of credit. Capacity. Capital. Capital was how much of debt, how much of equity the business that are getting money to. Collateral. Covenant. Your debt coverage ratio will not go below 2.5%. All of that. The character. Which one? What is legibility? What? So covenants are clauses that we all agree that should not breach, like debt coverage ratio, EBITDA over interest expense. But the EBITDA will be to cover interest expense 2 times. So that there is not
Your last letter like
every time going forward. So let's say when
like a 5 year.
yes, put your focus on the actual. Okay, see, top down, look at the condition, the macro, inflation, GDP growth, the country risk, political risk, but let's like Nigeria, the currency balance. So, look at the what are secured corporate debt? How much is about secured corporate debt? And we are going to look at this extensively in the credit rating side. Secured debt, I would say secured debt. What we are basically talking about is this debt is backed with a dedicated pledge collateral. So that as a lender, I have, if the borrower does not pay, I have a direct claim on this collateral. Maybe their factory at Agbara or something. Let's talk about the unsecured one. What I have as a default, as a lender, if there's a default, is the general claim on the business. And because in fact, that general claim, if there is also your debt by the issuer, you will have carved out this one. What the collateral, because they are already pledged against particular lender. In my general claim, I can't even turn those pledges to that. So, we have all of this.
So the is all secure. Second hand claim on the business. Same business account here.
Well, you can't pay that. That's the thing about loan. You pay loan in cash. If I have a loan of 1 million to pay I cannot pay, right? I don't have 1 million cash. So I have the car.
Right. Internal claim, my car, my house, and property. Like that. Most of that will pass. So the way that you not big, a loan, just a cash. Family as a machinery, as an head office, as part moving their family. So for us, sorry, of course the financial staff were not claims because and you're not claim on general claim of the business. You're not claim on the general identity wants to me. That is cannot be the cash. That is the ask. I will find right. I have general claim. So what is general claim of the business? So even though I take so look at that, operating cash flow, insure, but their secondary cash flow can sell assets. There are subsidiaries that can sell it all. Or the bank can borrow new money to make that one. Or raise capital. Even though they are secondary, but these are also credit risk for a corporate can come from that the home market not doing well, right? Or they are into making refinery before the only refinery that we know. We have for market share. So they are protected to make it not profitability has been squeezed, right? So if the all marketing, then operating to be 20%. And based on that, we feel it by law. But now, all marketing is 5%. Maybe the cost has just something. A certain debt levels, because it's going practically everywhere. You have that piece. How do you do it? For stone rates, how do you analyze credit risk for the country? Sovereign that when we borrow money with sovereigns, we are the source of the payment that we are expecting. We think the sovereign will be able to pay us through their tax revenue. Right. Tariffs, like import duty and the left. Another things, like all the jobs that you do, expatriates, revenue, all of those things, don't know what to do. And pay their debt. Secondary cash flow come from either they borrow more money, like all the loan do, they pay the whole lot this serious. Sell more assets, like also sell like Nigeria, natural resources.
Part of that solving cannot currency
Part of those.
solving debt back for them. Maybe cash price.
For example,
That's not, I'm not putting on.
yes, those are secondary sources, right? And that debt insurance or because when you are printing money like that, I want to call it something. Ways are doing.
Okay.
So that's another thing. Like bonus or something.
Okay. Risks for sovereigns can come from where? Poor economic, political stability, fiscal deficits. When we are constantly negative, all we are spending is more than what we earn, like Nigeria. So every time we are like 11 trillion, right? And this keeps mounting, right? Then translate to high debt levels. So if you do your debt to GDP ratio, when they start climbing and debt to around 40%, they are overwhelming the child to be the case. Those are and that's the most point out is illegal honesty is solvent. So the other example I made is when I have to pay a loan of $1 million. You don't have $1 million cash. That's illegal. But if you then look at my that balance sheet, say whether as an outflow, as land, whether as an outflow, and asset, so that one word can hold, I'm still solid. Until my loan to convert my class. That's what I call business solid. I would do that. And look, another thing is, this level one is just very nice for level 2, where we do things like trading valuation and things. I say I borrowed the money, but that day is showing how much I have, how much I have. So all of that, just my Ghana one. So very financial engine too. Like that loan books. Look at the valuation adjustment and see what the total of this was. So I can't carry bond at 80 to a bar. What I do that I don't know about it. So I got get bonds. So you like bank, like Zenith, right now people can go.
I think Ghana is talking about
Yeah. Seriously, nice thing now. They don't find back. I remember giving them bailouts and the rest. Still within James, hopefully the job of bail. So we have the gross.
we have that Ghana situation like that. Government bond.
Government bonds in their own currency. Ghana don't have those bonds are euro bonds. They are denoted in dollars. Ghana can match dollars. If you are weighing your $1 $1.8 trillion combination, can't bring dollars. So that's the but so what I intend to use to pay receipts, I want to pay that book because sell of product. I'm not doing that. But the product price of gold. When you see that making more than you're able to that, it's not enough. You have to put it to the only person that I don't know that, that book is really that's the only respect. And they are built up that. Don't 17 trillion, don't pay for the common of the trillion. That's what we're sharing on the road. So, they are not using for us. What's the reason? The other is to be around. Borrowing. That's pretty powerful. That is what unique government. There's any sovereign, issuing, borrowing, the current advice on to space. That's what the narrative don't be right. So, plot the first clause. Because of one bond causes because of one issue. I'm very previously poor. So all my senior secured bond, if I default of this, I'm defaulted on all. That's how we market this. So we can say that all joint debts we play with the general aspect of the issuer. So there's joint debts of pledge, aspect.
It's 8.5 for ladder. It's part of Ladder. What's the problem?
Since I went down, and I said, I'm going to go. I say I'm 5 inside. It's not to talk, that's bad that over.
How do you do that? Is that what? What's it say? Empty. Now, someone is doing a thing, does it provide a date? It does not provide a date.
Okay, very important. How do you measure credit risk? Expected loss is probability of default times loss given default. This one is extremely important. Expected loss is POD times LGD. Loss given default. Probability of default is probability of default face to face 20. We have 12.1%. When if this guy should fail to pay, how much loss will I suffer? So it's only $100. First, I want to analyze that. What are that not paying? Let's say that is 3% probability of default. If he does not pay, and I go to the set office and capture this capital, how much loss will I suffer? So, and I do this and say, first, let's calculate how much let me recover. That is recovery rate. Now, if it's only $100, I can recover $75 by paying by $7. So the loss will then be LGD will then be 1 minus RR. That means the loss have suffered just $25. Yeah. So I have my probability of default. I have my loss given default at $25. Yeah. I say there's no loss of very but it's a very complex anyway. I think just do some loss severity, that's the portion. So I'm not telling that I'm going to go for that LGD. Right? This one is expressed as $70. Loss severity portion of the measure will not recover. 1 minus recovery rate. Fair exposure or social default including amount investor is poor and what this one is saying value of collateral actually. So you are using 100 naira and I have collateral value of 50. So expected exposure, I'm expected to do naked exposure like 50. I don't have anything to 1%. Okay. States loss given default to the percentages. Our expected exposure times 1 minus recovery rate. See, our expected loss is that equals to. So, we say this excellent place is very simple. Look, that is a formula for our student loss to that time. Just like this LGD gap, expand it to be this let's exposure times 1 minus RR. So this is expressed in percentages, and percentages. Very important. Let's look at this. If the other credit spread that we identified by the corporate bond for Dangote is yielding 5%, if the yield of the comparable government bond is 2%, that means RFR plus pi, inflation plus credit spread. This is for corporate. For government, it is RFR plus inflation. Difference is credit spread. So that if I do you think these two guys 3% is the credit spread that the market is pricing in for that. So if it's not that is expected or before bond suffering, and I come to do my mathematics and I do the credit spread again, all I got here is something like 2%. That means the actual credit spread in the market is higher than the estimated credit spread. This is the actual 3%. This is my estimation 2%. When I have that is Dangote for compensating that over compensating. That means it's a good buy. That's what this is. Let's talk about question. Let's talk about that. What we learned. You see like 1,000 formulas in this casing from now. Let us start learning from Brian. Okay, let's solve this guy. A bond issuer has 3% available bonds, and one of the bond has a recovery rate of 5%. The bond has 4% coupon and credit rate at par. Credit rate is similar, maturity 0.5. And so that the credit spread of the bond is high. Who can try it for? Who wants to try? We'll just talk about just now. What's happening? We're not following us.
I thought it was somewhere in the some of the policies.
What are our last new reports? Thank you. 3% times 5%. What do we have? No, sir, this one can also go for credit spread. Credit spread should be what? What's this? 0.075. Yeah? Okay. This is the estimated, right? What is the credit spread given the markets? Actual, which is yield on corporates minus yield on government, 1.5. So you can see that this to be 0.75, not 0.075. So, in the market, we're being compensated twice as much as we should. So, this is a good buy or a bad buy. Great. Quantitative metrics fitting quantitative. So, how do you calculate compute? Well, we look at it. All of these metrics, high credit quality will compute portfolio business, high margins, interest cover ratio, low leverage, and high ratio of cash flow. All of this will give us a very high credit quality. I think a lot of people default when we let bonds secure also. So, like you said, if I have a secured mortgage, I have to pay assets for me, and a lot of people want to be lower than for an unsecured mortgage and people looking at general business. More secure, senior debt, we have lower losses, right, than junior unsecured debt. Investment grade versus high yield issuers. This is talking about the credit rating. So we know our investment grade issuers. Everything above BBB, that is investment grade. Anything below BBB is high yield.
High yield means high credit risk.
High yield. Because of the high credit risk, they tend to compensate investor by very high than expected. Credit ratings, like our Gusto event, they use quantitative and quantitative credit risk factors to give the forward-looking rating. So two, we got two ratings, right? Issuer rating and issue rating. Okay. How do we use credit ratings? Compare the resale issuers across industries. How risky is that compared to MCL?
Yeah, so that rating is most of the bonds that I like 10 things that I yeah. I think that rating is actually
Yeah, it could be issue rating and issue rating. That's the case. So if you see something like Dangote, we call it issuer rating, triple A or double A. Let's say Dangote 7-year Series 1 issue, and you see that single A plus, this is your issue rating. How do these ratings compare credit insurance and let's say the vacation listing? What's the vacation listing? It means that I bought the bond, I bought this is one, when it was 8 plus. According to 8 plus, I priced accordingly for 8 plus. Give it that, let it give that, let's say 14%. 8 plus. Give that this you price at, let's say, 89. Can you do that? Really, this is 7 years old, right? That's 7 years thing. If Dangote this issue rating becomes lower, goes to like triple B. Marketing series, rating agency.
You are supposed to work down the 30% on.
They have no, that's the default. If the macro is stressed, if like dollar go to 2,000, because you have to be your rating every year. So you can so debt issue has gone down, profitability has gone down, cash flow has gone down. You have to that one can be the rating person. So this is now move from A plus to triple B. The yield the market reacts. If you go to like 18, the more you are holding your portfolio, the value will go from 89 to go to 74. That's wow. That's the case like millions. And that's why we are all tracking the rating of issuers. Rating regulation is Empirical. So there are some rating like pension funds.
So let's
Yes.
this is
Yes.
when they get so
They ask for the financials. They should management. All of that. That's information. That's what they use. Qualitative and quantitative. The quantitative will be a financial argument. Qualitative will look at something like corporate governance, management, strength of management, strength of internal control, SWOT analysis, aspiring policies, all of those. So also written regulatory requirements. Pension funds cannot invest in anything below investment grade. So before you want to sell anything to pension fund, you say give us your rating. Once you are not past investment grade, they won't contribute.
who ask for investment, you can't question. But it's something they can get by themselves. What if lacks investment and one lies? And I think we've gained it.
Oh, that's how regulated that rating.
I suppose that's why they can pick up the services last.
Yeah?
They can get and tell about themselves.
Yeah, they have to check for themselves. I'm just saying that you not invest anything below investment grade.
That's what I'm saying, like,
Where will they get it? They will ask very big entities.
No, so if you are selling anything,
what's it become?
You see that regulated.
Yes,
how many entities do you have in Nigeria?
There is popular online. Because now, when it comes to
Nigeria.
Yeah,
anybody can decide.
your credibility to them to call. So if I'm talking to a president, I'm going to give me a for this year or a Muslim, you may want to take rating from data pro.
That's how to say.
Data pro, let me come and give you.
That's how
If you have to, yeah, but this is this year is part of the Moody's group. So look at this, there are Moody's. These are the international ratings. Three of them, Moody's, S&P, and Fitch. This year we have in Nigeria.
S&P is 10 as Fitch.
No, that's it.
But there's better.
Yeah, because the notation you use is the same. Okay. Moody's is a separate separate type of notation. Now you see triple A is what you use as capital A and small letter. The reason they are put together is because they use the same type of notation in their rating. So this is part of investment grade. Everything on this side is ideal.
The investing company, you don't want you don't pay this rating agency.
Yeah, the thing is, issue rating yes. But even though they are big,
They are paying for something, and those things that contribute to that.
that's the common of interest. Yes, but you are paying them, you still expect the market, let the weight of the market share the board. Yeah,
Like, you know, the work of another people.
yes. The weight is not
Sometimes it's what you want to
still the truth, but the weight of what they carry in the market, regulate and see the shows, and provision go out most out. Because if you are presenting that rating, I can assume you are always way. So if you present to me that this company is triple A, and I go and look at my analysis now, it's not like, and I say that this thing cannot be more than double B. If this is repeated over time, function of the price in the market, and it's that way. I think that's like no one's expecting from this. No. Because I want to earn 4 million, you say your business.
Okay, so this movie, but it's lists all how many companies, all these standard ones, S&P, right? Are they rated by what are the companies that they list?
They rate everybody, they rate corporate, they rate corporate. So if Moody's tomorrow decide to say they are downgrading Nigeria to single B or triple C, they are going to react. So you can start seeing the trade in the market as compared. If you start seeing that,
So what I'm looking at is like this movie now, like is it that they are all companies under their custody or selected companies that they, because there are many companies in Nigeria now.
Yes.
Do I expect that Nigeria has been
if you are putting them, but mind you, this is a international rating.
That's
The only
right.
part of the rating in Nigeria is Dangote and then but if you are international, it's not always money in international market. You have to expect the rate at least 3 No, it's not. These people can rate. These are the rating guys. The 3 rating guys, no one above to. And if you want anything, you need at least 2. Yeah. So we are limited down Moody's and Standard & Poor's. So
What's the interpretation of this rating?
So these are called nothing. So we have triple A. Then we have double A. But within this double A, we have double A plus or double A minus. Right. We have this one single A. So this is called notching. You can notch it higher one step or notch it down one. I have 40 companies that qualify as double A. But somehow, so it is a scale of 70 to 79. Everybody gives this range is qualified for A. But I don't want to put someone that goes 79, same way as someone that goes 71. So I then notch it and say that if you pass 75, I'll put you A plus. If you are below 75, so that's how that works. So we have people big, not higher, not down.
So the real ratings are triple A, double A, single A, triple B.
Others are not just less. Same way you have the single A.
So triple A is
Very strong. Very strong. We have low potential growth. Low potential growth. Look at on this side. What you are concerned with on this side is potential. Because every company on this side, you know, their debt. If they default, because of the asset base that pay of that debt, I don't want to do because I don't want to go and buy anything mass and 30%. So what I'm worried about is from top, and that's not anything. People on this side, it is loss given default. Capital default is already high. But I'm considering that if there is default, which is very likely, they have enough assets that can sell, get money out. That's why concern on this side is loss given default. Right? No capital default. Concern on this side.
Okay, so our own atmosphere and is it the same? Is it simulation that we
Yes, the use is
follow? Yeah.
no follow those stuff. Because GCR is Moody's subsidiary, GCR follow it. I'm just going to follow this type of probabilities. Because I'm interested in market. What are the risks? They can be slow. Like I said, they review this thing annually. A lot of things that happen between 12 months. So, there's a market proxy for this credit rating. Has anybody looked at this market? Credit default swap. CDS market. Credit default swap. Have you guys done the rating?
Just like the risk.
It's very anomalous market. What CDS does is you have active law, but you have Nigerian sovereigns that trade with global CDS. So these are CDS very much more. They are buying insurance to pay you an insurance default. So if I bought insurance, if I borrowed $100, and you are made staff and say, what is that insurance? If you should default, I'm not paying $200. And question how much do you collect that insurance? It is that premium that comes to this market in percentages. So, someone said I should be paying premium of 9% every year for him to insure me against the default of. Yeah. So,
Essential of the credit value.
yes. So I can quickly have an egg like that. The credit spread on your issue is 9%. That's the market for 20. So because these guys can be slow, yeah, all of us know that if we are here, if you are in AAA, maybe your credit spread should be 1%. If you are double A, it should be 4. If you are single A, it should be 6. Triple B, it should be 7. And a rating agency are giving you A, so it should be 6% credit spread. But the market is already pricing you at 9%. That the market is already saying you are showing around Jones. That is the thing. That the market is faster. The market is faster once. They are looking at everything in the meantime. Nobody wants to wait for this man that will come back and get that. So rating agencies that allow market pricing, right? Some risks are difficult to assess, right? So what is the reason? Rating agencies are not perfect. There's some analysts that is doing this in that this is very important. Any investor that can trade correctly, I put this in bold, correctly, that's of credit changes. So that, see that example of that that was 14%. When it migrated, it went to 19%. If you as a trader, you see that everything will migrate to 90%. What you have done is to sell so short those bonds. So that when those bonds come to 90% price, you can buy them and return them. Right? I'm going to bring you money. If you can anticipate correctly credit rating changes. So if you can keep your number on very well and say, look, if that will go back next year, they will likely go what they are right now. Market reacts when I was doing that limited. For me, I take a share for that time. If I take a share for that time, I put it on my money back. Because I was really good. That's what is saying. We look at the spiritual widening to the condition, that is very missing. Also, the is involved by the basic. So, when the credit cycle, remember your business cycle that goes this way. Business cycle. This is where you have the boom. This is where you have your recession. Same thing for credit cycle. In the boom, yes, the credit spread tightens. Can go as people that will be asking for profit can go as little as 1%. During recession, because we are all expecting them to fail, the credit spread can widen to like 10%. That's why the credit we have same way we have the business cycle, we have the credit cycle. And we have the credit spread credit curve that goes this way. Remember, this curve we are talking about is the credit spread curve, which is the period that people are asking to give money to corporate issuers. So, if the credit cycle or the credit spread is tightening here, you then see something like this. Credit curve shifting downwards, just like our spot bubble. You can see something like this also like a twist, whereby the credit spread for short term goes up, whereby the credit spread for long term goes down. Because what the investors are thinking that we are currently in recession, right? That's why this is going on. That business will fail. But as we move out of this recession, we go to this place and it's tightening again. And that's why they're expecting to come down better in the future. Okay. What are the factors that influence this credit cycle and the credit spread risk? You have your macro. What the macros are here? In line with the economic cycle. Credit spread for high risk issuers will need depending on the credit spread for investment growth. Because like I said, the jam risk are owing money, in the default, you have access everywhere. Like but for high yield guys, you are not have enough money to cover the bond to done. So when they have lower yield spreads than high yield, due to the lower expected loss. These spreads are usually increased with maturity. Let's say that the credit spread goes like this. For longer years, 10 years time, as compared to 1 year, because there are so much uncertainty previously, only 9 years. I will plan for higher yield instead of credit spread. Increasing total yield spread, increasing maturity. Probability of default increases over longer time. During contraction, don't do cycle, right? High yield invested for rise and platinum and probability of default and probability of increase. So you can see something like this. You can see something like this. Platinum. You can give them Convexity power. So different kind of living. Market reaction. Relation to option. During economic expansion, high yield invested for 4 tippings. And then I'm going to need all of this when we start doing. Because this is money is in this place. Imagine if all of us we are in recession and we are pricing down at 30%. That means, and people did it for Euro points. Then you go and buy Angola. Go and buy Angola at 70. Euro points. Buy Angola at 70. Or even if you are bought Ghana at 2022 at 40. Because they are in crisis. Everybody has priced that before it's down bottom. You bought it at 40 face value. And you are patient. Now, IMF have stepped in, they've reorganized their currency and the rest. Once all of this happens, you're going to be recovered. What happens is that all those things that you bought at 40 can appreciate the back to something like 80. That is capital gain for you. Right. So if you are the base of this recession, credit spread has widened to 10%. You can correctly predict when this economy will leave recession and come to the boom, when the credit spread will come to 1%. Now let's take for example, RF plus inflation plus credit spread, right? If this two is 4%, credit spread on top this is 10. So total yield on this rent is 14%. You bought this at 14%, price will be like let's say 786. And the yield there appreciate to 1%, the credit spread. So it will be 4% again plus 1%, that will be 5, right? Then we are going to sell this at 95%. You can see this 9% to yourself. And that's what I'm talking about. You can correctly predict the credit spread when it's at the base of recession, and when the economy will recover, and then you can make your money. But all of this is good for just have an aside what's happening. And we really never put it down in the numbers in the so that's very cool. Have you guys done it on it? We've done it on it. So we've done this cycle. Okay, so credit card will be lowest and most steep at the peak of the economy. Why? Because this is the peak of the economy. The credit spread is 1%. But all of us at the peak, we know that the economy is overheating. We will need to bring it down. So this is, our credit card is the graph like this. When we are on the peak, we are here 1%. But everybody knows that in the distant future, the economy spread will go as high as 10%. So you're going to see a steepness, something like this, a steepness in that credit spread. High yield spread fluctuating more than the regular. High yield have less liquid. Video pass spread will widen more than the regular. And that's what people are going to say that the fact that an asset is cheap doesn't mean that I'm not a buyer. And the fact that liquidity is sure quickly this big lower spread. Big lower spread says I'm willing to buy at 6 and sell at 12. For this high yield, people will say that I'm willing to buy only if they are willing to sell to me at 3 and I can sell. So you don't have to do that on the post. They will tell you that I'm going to buy cheap. Because I don't know, but very all of that is compensating for keeping this. So this spread of 9 and spread of 6 is what we call the big over spread. Why do people now buy high yield? Right? They offer you higher yield, diversification, capital appreciation. That we talk about today. That people are bought at 40 and they reform the economy and the price them to 480. I will make capital appreciation. Also, they give equity like returns. This is equity like returns. 19% is equity like returns. Equity like returns is only high. Another thing is mutual related factors. Usually to avoid progress services experience. So when you get goes around, you are struggling to pay all the debts, you are family limitation to borrowers, and this will just start pushing the markets, start seeing it there. Then it's very widely because we won't get out or you can return. So market factors, liquidity risk, possible cost of credit widening, all our middle fast spread, and the likes. So look at this. Look at this question. A 10-year bond, annual bond of 5, university of 99.5. The benchmark 10-year yield, 3%. Decompose the spread you are seeing in liquidity and credit spread. How do you attack this kind of question? The first thing you want to do to say what exactly is the yield of this instrument. Coupon is 5%. N is 10. Bid offer is 99.5 to 100.5. Usually what we are going to do as PV, this says PV will be the mid quote. Mid quote is you add this with this over 2. So let's do this. What's the mid quote for this? 99.5 plus 100.5 over 2. That's a minus 8. 100. Okay. So if it is 100, that means the yield is what? 5%. PV, that's English per part. These are the ways you can get to answer very fast. We should have 170 to point. Okay, so now I know my yield of the corporate issuer. You said that the benchmark government bond is 3%. So I know that my yield spread is 5 minus 3, that is 2. The question is, this yield spread you are seeing here, hold of 2 things. 1, credit spread. 2, liquidity spread. So the question then becomes, how do I separate these 2% into liquidity spread and credit spread? So what I'm going to do in that case is to assume for this purchase of 99.5, complete the YTN again when the PV is 99.5. Then complete the YTN again when the PV is 100.5. Because that is the offer rate, this is the bid rate. People are going to buy this at 99.5. They are so that the price for you at 95, that will form the home price of the bank, right? They are going to sell you at 100.5, that will form the home price of the bank. So there are 2 prices. So based on those 2 prices, we find the YTN. So let's do this at the top. Put all of this information, find the YTN when the price is 99.5, find the YTN when the price is 100.5. Probably the best. Let's do this quickly.
Are we following this thing? Well, the bid is, I'm willing to buy at 99.5.
The dealer is telling you that he's going to buy, if you are going to sell that bond to him, to buy that bond from him like 9.5. If that happens, his own putting is what? Exactly. This impulse is like, I'm willing to buy to sell this bond to like 100.5. If that transaction happens, that other person becomes your own price of the bond. So I'm not asking you, what are they going to use today? But this is not the difference. So the yield is, consider that calculate the yield when PV is 100.5, calculate the yield when PV is 99.5. As 100.5, 5 points, 0.07, 10, at 100.5. So that's the only time. Yeah, that's the only time that you do more than this. That I'm going to be out already. This is not actually less than 5. These are more intense with the individual spread. This one calculating, yes.
The
difference between these 2 right here, 100 now, 4.9, 100.5, 4.9. the difference between these two yields will form our liquidity spread. So that will be a dealer is asking us to pay. So what's the difference between 5.27 and 4.94? You know the total yield spread is 2. We want to calculate the liquidity spread. 0.13%. So if total yield spread is 2, the liquidity spread out of it is 4.13. What would be the liquidity spread? 1.87. You can see how we get to the answer. Very important work to make these things. Okay, we talk about these two. If you want to find the change in full price, give your spread widens. Take the preparation times spread, have convexity times spread. When you have the convexity, always it is spread. You can bet it your figure that. Yeah.
What's the definition of
Spread. Liquidity spread is the effort take when you sell the particular assets. The decline in price or the concession in price will have to suffer even to sell the particular assets because people are not willing to buy it. So you can see that something that's worth 100 naira, people are willing to buy it at 125, and they will sell the same issue to you at 105. So this effort of 0.5 so liquidity spread, that's compromise of price will suffer the buyers. We want you to sell that. Any question?